Hello, folks. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about compliments. We're going to solve the mystery today. No, I'm just kidding. We cannot solve this mystery. This is a mysterious mystery which has been floating around in Fragcomm. We use this quite often. Most complimented fragrances, sexiest compliments, best compliments, never ending compliments, compliments like, hey, man, I want to eat you up, stuff like that, right? So we have been seeing those. But anyway, let me show you what is my scent of the morning, which is Lalix White, amazing, fresh fragrance with a hint of tamarind and kind of like a woody, peppery kick, which is similar to one of the niche fragrances from House of PDM, which is called Galloway, right? So I don't own Galloway, but I would love to someday. Great fragrance, more longevity than this, but way more expensive. So let's break down. I want to sit like this, like put my leg up and then sit there and like be in deep thoughts and stuff. And I've been thinking about this a lot because I've seen quite few people talking about this, like influencers or reviewers. They talk about mad compliments, mad compliments, like this fragrance gets me like 30 compliments in one night. You have seen Jeremy talking about, I give reference to big reviewers today, okay? And Jeremy's one of the taglines always been like mad compliments, sexy, and also fragrances that will get you noticed. So these are kind of selling points or keywords reviewers use, including me. I did reviews. I'm not going to deny that I never did that. I did, but I tried to do a little bit differently. Like if real life, I really got a compliment. If it's a true story, I shared it. If it's 30 compliments per night, you guys know, man, that happens in Arabian Nights, or James Bond movie, perhaps, but we are not all James Bond. So I'll break it down. I have done this video before. I will try to tell you if it makes sense. Do let me know what your thought on this, or thoughts, perhaps, multiple thoughts. So what has compliments, what does compliment have to do with fragrances? Perfumes are scented waters. We use them for what purpose? To smell nice. We want to smell nice. We want to smell pleasant to others. We want to get noticed from other people. They say, hey bro, nice perfume, what is that one, so stuff like that, right? So that's where the compliment comes in. So people, when they purchase or make a purchasing decision, they take few things in consideration. And I'll tell you one of the things, you would be surprised that many people actually look for two things first while they purchase, not the how the actual perfume is, or the compliments. They don't care for that. First thing people care for is not the people like Fragcomm, people like us, but normal people. They go to the shopping mall. When I was new, I used to go to the shopping mall and I would look for interesting looking bottles which would catch my attention. Like bottles like Versace Purum caught my attention immediately. I was like, that bottle looks sexy with the blue juice and all that. It's amazing, right? So fragrance bottles like, I would say, Fahrenheit, it caught my attention. I'm like, wow, that's an impressive bottle. Durham Intense, posh. Allurum Au Extreme. From far, it looks like a Mercedes Benz, like F1, Formula One car. From far, I want to collect the whole line. Hold on. Yeah, I need to clear the throat. So these are the things that first thing, when you are noob or new, you look for bottles. Second thing you look for is the company. This one, many of you will not agree, but I will say it's true. Ask your friends who are not frag enthusiasts, but they are normal people, like, mango people. So ask them, like, bro, what is your first priority when you buy a perfume? They would say, man, I look for something that I use for a number of years. I stick to the same fragrance, safe one, same one. And then, I know such brands like Armani, Hugo Boss, or Chanel, or Dior. You have few people who are brand loyal, so some people stick to certain brands, some people stick to niche. Hey man, Amouage is my go-to guy. So people do these priorities, right? Then I would say another priority is longevity. Most of the people, when they buy a perfume, first thing they ask, how long does it last? If it's not a long lasting perfume, most people say, nah, it's past because I'm spending my hard earned money. I don't want a weakling. Then people talk about, like, come to the groups, and then they ask, man, Valentine's Day is coming up. Valentine's Day is today, 14th of February. Congratulations, those who are celebrating, and those who are not, second of like minute, not minute, 1 second silence for those. Okay, that's it, done. So that was for me. So People ask me like, what can I wear? I'm going for a first date, I'm meeting this woman, today's my wedding, so what should be a fragrance which would get me a compliment, or people who like it, I want to wear something that is exceptional. So compliments, these are things people ask, and this is real. We did get compliments in real life, but what type of compliments? So compliments is a big, aspect, so many things to consider. First thing, which country or which part of the world do you live in? It's very important because different part of the world are different cultures, different religion, different, you know language, different culture, did I say? Yeah. So people sometimes are shy, in this part of our world. People are not really as outgoing or as social. Okay, we are in different ways, but not in perfume culture. Like, we don't go up to people like, man, you are smelling sexy, what is that? Then you people will think that you're hitting on them, and they'll run away from you. But countries like States, Canada, UK, it's a very normal thing. People smell nice fragrance on you. They sometimes compliment you. They go like, bro, what you wearing? Or ladies ask you, hey, you smell sexy. What's that? And you write it down for their boyfriend. 1 second silence, sorry. Imagine those ladies hit on you and then you get to know they have a boyfriend, and you go like, I wish I didn't give that name away, So the thing is like, these kind of things happen in different countries. But that whole, you know, that practice of compliments, it depends on different cultures. So for me, how I got compliments from my friends, known people, from my family, or someone I dated. So these are people who are close to me. I talk to them, they know me, and this is where I got compliments or negative, whatever. So they talk to me. But strangers, I got only, like, if you say out of 100 days, maybe 2 to 3 days, people who actually like, because that day maybe I'm wearing something nice, ultra male, or Prada L'Homme Intense or Dior Intense. So sometimes people go like, man, you're feeling about shop, the whole shop is smelling of your fragrance. What is it, sir? So these things happen in very random ways. But if you go ask people, that's a different way. Like, you feel like nobody's noticing and you feel offended. My Dior Intense, nobody's mentioning, so those reactions, right? You go like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm just sorry, but do you smell my perfume? And you open your shirt a little bit, like, and then you go like, so what do you think, sexy or not? And the girl be like, move away from me, freak, that's not a compliment, right? So you try to get compliments different ways, but the way the whole compliment game is portrayed in Fragcomm, sometimes it's hilarious. How, when a reviewer says, I got 35 compliments in one night, how did you keep count? One thing. Second thing is, who are these people who give you 35 compliments? Then you'd imagine you and me, right? We are the average looking people. People don't look at us on the road and go like, check you out. It doesn't happen. We check out other people, right? But imagine a guy looks like Tom Cruise, and he has like a good body. He's like fit. He got muscles. He dresses well. He looks rich. He drives a nice car. And then, like, let's say if opposite gender, women are attracted to those. If you're wearing an expensive watch, see, not expensive watch. People don't look at a Casio, go like, sup, may I have your number? No. We wear Casios because we are average men. We're normal men. In the society, we're the middle class. So imagine someone who looks so good, who is a model. Women naturally attracted to them, and then the fragrance acts as a compliment or additional point for them. You smell nice. But I'll tell you one thing. Other side is, some people may look decent, but when you go near them, they smell awful. Okay, you take a flight, it happens so much from our country, our side of the world, that we get so many complaints, right? People don't use deodorants. I say personally, say no brand name or anything, just showing you, deos are lifesavers. More than perfume, you need to have shower, you need to use shampoo, and then third thing, you need to use deo, roll on, or whatever, those who last, these things. And imagine people don't use roll-ons and they smell awesome, awful, when they do this pumping thing, like, tube oil, and then you go near them, they smell like garlic, and you are the vampire, like, man, I'm so, and then people come near you, sir, may I help you? And you be like, no, I'm fine. And you just try to like go away from them. I cannot take that body odor thing, especially when you did not take shower and you're just wearing heavy perfume. Worse is, you don't take a shower and you try to make it up by putting so much strong perfumes, rose, oud, sexy beast, and you have like like I don't have much chest hair, but then some of the people they're so hairy, and then the arms are hairy, their chest is hairy, everything's hairy, the face is hairy like mine, and where else, so very 70s of you. So these kind of people, you go near them, you're like, sir, could you step away, please? Right. So these are not really pleasant. So this is other spectrum. Men, women should not smell bad. Even if you don't use perfume, that's fine. But maintain cleanliness, especially if it's a hot day. You're gonna sweat. We expire every day. After we wake up and you just go for a walk, you come back, or half day you start smelling your hair. You go like jackfruit smell. So if you do not take shower, that's a big no-no. Okay. So I think to get compliments, there's a few things that you have to keep in your mind. First thing is the shower, cleanliness. Always make sure you shower daily. Especially in summers. I take 2 times shower every day. Feels good. It feels relaxing. Your stress level go down. Trust me, I'm not making that up. And the thing is, sometimes the water flows. It creates some sort of like relaxation when you put like cold water on your face first thing wake up. It really gives a sensation of freshness, or wakes you up. Second thing I would say, like try to dress decent. If you always wear like dress like a bum or something. I do that a lot. I wear slippers all day. I just realize it's not good. People look at your slippers, go like, and look at you like, oh, no respect. I feel it's okay. I don't need respect. But if you dress a little bit clean and a little bit okay, it doesn't matter that you have to wear designer clothes or everyday new clothes. But if you wear you know clean clothing and everything, and you just wear a nice watch, decent watch, comb your hair, you don't look messy, initial impression wise, and then you wear a nice perfume, people may compliment you. Okay. Third thing I'd say, that deodorant, very important. When you travel by plane, one of our flights from here, Dhaka to Malaysia, got cancelled. Emirates cancelled it. One of the biggest reason was people started smelling like expired garlic. Okay. Because from here, sadly, this poor people of the village, they travel for work, as migration workers, and they are not really well trained. People don't teach them. They come from village and go straight to foreign countries. So these are the things that cause problem. Like the air hostesses, they feel awful. In foreign lands, if you smell bad, body odor, office wouldn't let you work in that office. They will tell you frankly, without any hesitation, that please, can you leave, because your body smell, whatever, it's not really pleasant for others. So it's embarrassing, but you learn. Okay. So some of you may take offense in this, but nothing to take offense. People will be like, you insulting poor people. No, I'm not insulting poor people. If they were trained to take a shower and then make sure they don't smell awful or bad, it will be helpful for everyone else in the flight. So this is the responsibility of the agents or the country or the government. But people learn. Then another compliment thing is that culture. You have to understand where you are. If you're in a country where people are just so busy, and then poor countries, like poor countries means people are working, hassling every day. They don't have that space or luxury to think of subtle things in life, like what is that guy, wearing as a perfume, or what brand is. No one cares. People are too busy working from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. rather. And then try to make a living. Their life is so tough. They just work, and at the end of the day, they just crash. These people have no romance in them left. Okay. And it's not their fault. It's the way life is so tough. Right. So this kind of places is very hard to get compliments. Okay. Imagine like somewhere in distant village, you just walk around with your Creed Aventus, like where the chicks at, like you go around for women. People smell this on you. Sometimes, I heard like fragrance, a niche perfume. I wore virginal water one day. And on the streets, one of the guys, young guys, asked me like, sir, what is that smell that you're wearing? It's like, is that the coconut oil in your head because you put too much? I remember that day, I did not mind because he had no clue of fragrance, and I don't blame him. To them, when they smell coconut, it reminds them of coconut oil in their hair. So yeah, this kind of thing happens. So next one I would say, take notices where, again, the setup, or let's say you're going to office. You're not, why are you going to office? You're going to work. Your purpose is not to like lean on every single office or cubicle, like try to find a woman and try to get jiggy with it. That's not what you do. You'll get fired. If you're especially a boss or something hitting on your subordinates, you'll get fired. Imagine you're working as a teacher. or professor and you hit on your student, that's it, end of contract, right? So you have to bear these things in your mind, and right moment you have to be smart, let's say you want to be a little bit naughty, right? Wear a fragrance which is high likely, like I would say safe fragrance for compliments is Lanudolum. Women love that stuff. Tested, justified. Dior Sauvage, tested, justified, because I did get good notice. But when I wore something like Aventus, yeah, sometimes Aventus also got me good compliments, but in winter. I got compliments from fragrances. What else did I get compliments from? Hmm. Oh, I got compliments from Baccarat Rouge DNA kind of fragrance, like Untold or anything that smells like that. It's a good DNA. So there are many fragrances like that, but there's no 100% guarantee that it will get a compliment. Maybe some people are annoyed by your perfume. This guy smells awful. He's trying to hit on me. Like every single person is different from each other. So when you want to, let's say you are young and you're just in the market for hunting compliments, or trying to look for a girl, who you want to ask out or something, maybe think of a way that right place, right moment, and you act like all cool, like I didn't notice. Just pray like if you have a decant, two sprays of Lanudolum, get in the lift, and if they give you positive vibes, like you nod and then say hi. That kind of thing makes sense, but no such guarantee as compliments. So in the end, this is what I'm going to say as compliments journey. I hardly got compliments from my perfumes. Maybe I got pleasant looks or friendly looks in shopping mall from a single mother, or I don't want to say the word cougar, but a little bit elder women. They look at you. They look at you like with a smile. If you're into this kind of thing that you want to be like a fun ride for the night, you can go for it. There was a time I actually felt like that's a nice hobby to have. Sorry, that sounds like awful, but there are sometimes spicy times. If you watch the movie Unfaithful or Jennifer Lopez movie that she did stuff. So compliments usually happen if you are confident, if you have that personality, if you have the charm. These are other things that you need. If you have money, it's a great confidence booster, but sometimes money is not everything. You also have to have that charisma, right? So these are the things paired up with perfume is great. But just perfume, you wear barefoot on the street, you look like homeless, you pour a whole bottle of Aventus, nothing's going to happen. No one's going to give to you because it's such a turn off. Rude world. Being poor is the huge turn off, is the biggest turn off for women. Nobody likes poverty. This is the reality, and this is sad. Okay, people don't care for your nice personality. And from the other side, guys, when they look at women, great personality, many guys don't look for personality. They look for looks. They look for, sexy or not. This is the reality, right? How they dress. So it is hollow. Definitely it's hollow, but perfumes only doesn't solve. So those channels who are telling you get 30, 40 fragrances, and then women will take off their clothing to be with you. They want to leave everything. They want to leave their husband for you. These are all BS. Okay. Perfumes, sometimes companies, they give fragrance to use this term. They say influencers, please say these terms so the bottles sell. Okay, this is the reality. This is also when I say, man, don't trust the reviewers. It's not something that I'm saying. I'm gonna say why, because these are entertainment. When these reviewers are doing this, like bringing girls in the, they take their opinions, or you say stuff like you get compliments. These are for entertainment purpose. You watch a movie with popcorn, same thing. You just have a great time. You don't have to buy anything, so you don't end up in a losing side. But if you're going to buy perfumes and you just go upset, like what happened there? What happened there? My Terre d'Hermes got no compliments, and then I'm upset. Don't be that guy. Okay, you'll be in fault. You'll be at fault if you spend your money and you fall for the hype without smelling the perfume, just blind bodied. It's you, your money, your decision, and you got influenced, right? So don't let the influencer influence you. Makes sense, right? Yeah. So I would like to ask those influencers out, like let's say very beautiful or attractive looking YouTube influencers telling you, man, this fragrance is so sexy, I would date you if you wear this. Ask them out, see if they date you. Ask them for their number, and they will say stuff like, man, I am not emotionally available, man, I'm taken, I'm seeing someone. They will never ever date you unless you drive a Lamborghini. if you have a villa at Dubai, right? This is the reality. So try to smell like money, try to look like money, Sadly, this is the reality, man. No one cares for class, a good heart. Back in the days, 80s film, 90s films, where Julia Roberts come to UK, fall in love with Hugh Grant in Notting Hill. He's just a bookshop owner and she's a big movie star. These are the days, golden days, they're gone. Guys like I say, we don't have a hope. No one's going to pick up like, hey, I choose you. You are the lucky man. Forget about it. Wake up, enjoy your fragrances for your own pleasure. These are things, tells a story. They have history. Every single fragrance house, I like to see them as my babies. Perfumes are my babies. They're babes. When I get them, sometimes I look at certain bottle, I say, "What's up?" "What's up?" Because they are my trusted buddy. They don't have life. Fragrance do not have life, and then this is the maybe the biggest thing that attracts me towards them. If they actually had a say, they judge me, I would not be able to love them. So yeah, there is the video today. So I hope I made sense. Do not fall for compliment hypes. These are things sometimes we do use in our channel to make it interesting, but it's you. Always, end of the day, you are the hero or the villain to make that call. If you call, I'm gonna get complimented fragrance, I'm gonna get them all, and you never get any compliment the rest of your life. You cannot prosecute reviewers, sadly. Okay, so yeah, keep that in mind and always ask those female influencers like Demi Rawling, Carly, or was the other one, who's the other influencer, big name, I forgot her name. I always forget her name. She used to date Jeremy. So these are very beautiful women, right? Ask them out. See if they, approve. Wear the fragrance from their brand and wear it and ask them like, hey, I want to go out with you. Simple. Want to go out? If they say yes, I will delete this video. Take care. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you soon.